Good afternoon. We are bringing you commentary of West Bromwich Albion versus Wolverhampton Wanderers today from the Premier League. I'm your alternative host, Russ Vernon, alongside your match commentator, Kieran Riley, and you're listening to Football Commentary Live. Hopefully you're all doing okay. Across the bottom of our screen you can see the Premier League results from the weekend, starting off with the Friday night match, which saw Southampton and Leicester City play out a 1-1 draw. Crystal Palace lost 2-0 to Manchester City. Brighton beat my team Leeds United by 2-0. Chelsea beat Fulham by 2-0. Aston Villa beat Everton by 2-1 on Saturday as well. Yesterday saw Newcastle lose 2-0 to Arsenal. Man United and Liverpool match postponed due to fans breaching the gates and protesting against the Glazers, and went on to the Old Trafford pitch. And Tottenham Hotspur won 4-0 against Sheffield United. You may see a new look set up with same background but a different layout to how we normally do. You can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and also don't forget you can follow our Facebook page. It is facebook.com/footcomlive. As I said, you're tuned into Football Commentary Live. Let's have a look at the news, which is all the other scores from earlier today in the matches which have been played, and I'll keep you up to date with those matches. In the National League, we've had a few matches today. It has finished Bournemouth 5, Kings Lynn Town 1, Bromwich 1, Oxford United 0, Chesterfield 0, Torquay 2, Dagenham Redbridge 3, Woking 1, Maidenhead United 2, Wrexham 2, Solihull Moors 4, Altrincham 0, Stockport County 4, Wealdstone 0, Weymouth 0, Barnet 2, and Yeovil 0, FC Halifax Town 3. The FA Trophy 2019-2020 final postponed due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, which we're almost out of now. Concord Rangers against Harrogate Town is currently 0-0 at the break. In the German Bundesliga at half-time is Mainz 1, Hertha Berlin 1 is the half-time score as well. So quite a few matches in La Liga. In the MLS last night, it finished Seattle Sounders 3, LA Galaxy 0 in the early hours of the morning, and Vancouver Whitecaps 0, Colorado Rapids 1 is the result there. We'll move across to today's action in just a second. Tomorrow is crunch time for Rotherham United against Luton Town. 7:15 their match kick-off away at Kenilworth Road for the Millers, who bid to fight and survive their championship status. Manchester City take on PSG in the game, which we're bringing you here on Football Commentary Live with Matt Iles and Jack Cunningham on the microphone for that one. A few League One games as well as one National League game, which we'll bring you the results of on tomorrow's programme, obviously. And we'll bring you up, and we'll have the Champions League semi-final between Chelsea and Real Madrid this coming Wednesday as well. And we'll have Villarreal away trip to Arsenal trying to get over to a 2-1 deficit in the Europa League semi-final to face Manchester United, who beat Roma 6-2 at Old Trafford in the first leg last Thursday. We're now going to focus on today's early kick-off. We've got the other game following on straight after us here on Football Commentary Live, which is Burnley against West Ham. But first of all, we've got the Midlands Derby, the Baggies taking on Wolves, West Bromwich Albion taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers, and standing by for us ready to bring you all that action, and we'll throw to him in just a second, is our match commentator Kieran Riley. He's just finishing off his last minute preparation in the background ahead of this game this afternoon or this evening, depending where you are in the world, or morning, depending where you are tuned into us. Wolves sitting 12th, West Brom in 19th, and I think a defeat for the Baggies today will see them relegated to the Championship. And we'll hand over to say good afternoon to Kieran Riley, who's I think he's just dancing away with that news at West Brom may potentially be relegated today with defeat against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I'll just ask him a couple of questions about that Wolverhampton Wanderers side. And first of all, Kieran, good afternoon to you. Hopefully you're doing okay, mate. And the second question, which is about one of the players, what can you tell us about Owen Atasawi, who's starting this afternoon, early evening's match?
Well, Owen Otasowie he hasn't had the breakthrough that he's wanted. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. I am shocked he didn't pick someone else to lead the front line, but it's good to see Owen Otasowie actually joining us from the bench and getting himself a nice little play. Obviously, we're hit massively with injuries. I've just been looking at the squad and realised we haven't got Silva in the squad this evening. Oh no, we have got Silva. My apologies. I am looking at the wrong person. That's why I'm looking at the wrong team. But it is good to see Owen Otasowie actually playing for us. Obviously, we're hit massively with injuries at the minute. Obviously, we've still got Bolly out with injury. We've got Matinho out with injury. Neto's out with injury. Obviously, Raul Jimenez is still out with injury. So we've been pretty injury struck. I'm glad that we can have Ruben Neves back though after him having some time off due to isolation. But it's definitely going to be an interesting one for the fact that tonight, as you said, we can possibly relegate West Bromwich Albion tonight, which I really hope we can do, because that would be a good story to say. We'll have bragging rights for the fact we're still in the Premier League. Yes, they beat us in the reverse fixture, which was a very tight game because that ended 3-2. So it's going to be a very interesting evening, and I do hope we can win. If it's a draw, yeah, no hard loss, but Baggies obviously will still have the bragging rights because they won. But it's going to be an interesting one. It's the 162nd meeting of the two clubs. 162nd meeting of the two clubs. They first met back in 1886. Not long after they'd both formed, about 9 years after Wolverhampton Wanderers formed. I think it was 1877. Wolverhampton Wanderers graced the world with their presence. And that game, unfortunately, ended up in a
player
loss.
which I don't really know much about, Kieran. Another player which I don't really know much about, Kieran, is Christian Marquez, who is on the bench today, and Theo Cobbanu. So, what can you tell us about those two players, man?
So they are both in our under-23 squad. They're two fantastic up-and-coming players with the squad. So hopefully they can cement themselves within the starting 11, because that's what we need. We need a lot more players in our substitute. And obviously we've got our big 11. We've got our usual big 11. But we've got these lads in the academy that are now getting a chance. I mean, yeah, Theo and Christian are on the bench, but if they could come on today, get some playing time with the first team, it's going to be a really good experience to build them up. Even if they got, hopefully we would never sell them, but they'd probably get loaned out in the summer. But who knows what's going to happen? The summer transfer window is full of unpredictable things. It's going to be a very, very interesting end of the season, summer transfer, I think. But Theo and Christian, they are some good players. I'm hoping they'll get some game time towards the end. Maybe if we're 2-3 goals ahead. Not that probably won't happen, but you never know. It's football. You never know what's going to happen in a derby day, especially in one of the oldest derbies in the footballing world, which is two rivals separated by about 20 minutes down the road, but both part of the Black Country, fighting for pride of the Black Country. Let's make it gold and black.
Yes, and with the players out on that field of play, out the Hawthorns, and ready for kick-off then, let's hand over to your match commentator. It's Kieran Riley, and I'll bring you all the first half action, and you'll leave it again from me at half time. Kieran.
Thank you very much, Russ. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of ages. Welcome to this alternative commentary of the big Black Country derby. Wolverhampton Wanderers against West Bromwich Albion from the Hawthorns, which I can see from my screen is very, very wet. But to be honest, I could look out the window in my studio and it is very, very wet. It probably is wet across the country. But anyways, quickly before the game starts, we're going to start off with the team. Starting off with West Bromwich Albion. In goal, they have their number one, Sam Johnston. And they've got Donnell Furlong, their captain, Kyle Bartley. Semi Ajayi, if I get these names wrong, I apologise, West Bromwich Albion fans. Matthias Piera as well. Connor Townsend. Mbaye Diane, Conor Gallagher, Dara O'Shea, I want to say Dara O'Brien, but never mind. Ainsley Maitland-Niles and OK Yokalusu are their starting 11. On the bench for their backups, they have got David Button, Hal Robson-Kanu, Callum Robinson, Jake Liverpool, Matt Phillips, Graney Digana, Romain Sawyers, Lee Petlier, and Carlan Grants. And now time for the visitors. My team, Wolverhampton Wanderers. In goal, we've got our standard number 11, Rui Patricio. Backline of Ryan Aitnuri, Connor Cody, and Leander Den Donker. In the midfield, we've got Saiz is playing on the back line. My apologies. Right midfield of Ryan Aitnuri, the returning Ruben Neves, Alton Otasoe, Nelson Semedo, Victor Ferreri, and then up front we've got Fabio Silva and Adama Traore. On our substitutes there, we've got John Ruddy, Kayani whoever, Daniel Podence, William Jose, Morgan Gibbs-White, Luke Cundle, Max Kilman, Theo Corbeanu, and Christian Marquez start our subs as the game gets underway. West Brom with an early attack there was all straight out for a Wolves throw-in, I believe. Oh no, West Brom throw-in, my apologies. It's going to be a very interesting game, this one. I do hope we can get the win and turn the Black Country gold and black, but you never know what's going to happen in football. As I said earlier, the reverse fixture, that ended 3-1 when we played them back on the 16th of January. So that was very interesting. The West Brom whipped the ball in here, headed away by Connor Cody, picked up by Vinata, who's surrounded by West Brom there. Still with Vinata, and Vinata goes down for a Wolves free kick. Man behind the whistle today, our referee is Paul Tierney. Our assistant referees today are Lee Betts and Konstantin Hatzakayas, if I've said that right. Our fourth official is, of course, Mr. Mike Dean. Love Mr. Mike Dean. VAR today, we have Craig Pawson, and our assistant VAR is Sean Massey Ellis. So a decent bunch of officials for this evening's game. I'm quite impressed with that selection. But ball now with Connor Cody as he whips it up, looking for Semedo on the right-hand side. It's still with Semedo now. Fabio Silva tried to get that, but it's picked up by Owen Otasoe. Still with Owen Otasoe, and he goes down for another Wolves free kick deep inside the right-hand side of West Brom's half. West Brom aren't happy with the decision there. Well, it's a nice little shove. Over he goes. So 1.75 minutes played into this lovely game that we enjoy called football. And hopefully we'll be back in the stands soon, as I know the Premier League are making arrangements for every team in the Premier League to have at least one home game before the end of the season with fans. It's quite windy evening as well. The wind has definitely picked up. We have got a storm brewing in the Black Country this evening as the free kick's whipped in. And it's a little bit too far, goes over the bar out for a West Brom free kick. As Russ is correcting me there on one of my pronunciations in one of our private chats. But anyways, as I said earlier on, this is the 162nd meeting of these two clubs. First met back in 1886, where we lost 3-1 in the FA Cup, which was a shame. Would have loved to have started our rivalry off with a win. But since then, we have played 161 times. We have won 53 of those games, drawn 43, lost 65. Of Ruben Neves takes a quick ball up to Adama Traore. Adama Traore now on the left-hand side. Still with Adama Traore as he knows, looking for his options in the box. What can he do? He's still on the left-hand side of half. It goes into the penalty area, whips in. I think he was looking for Silva there. Goes a little bit too far. And the ball is out for a West Brom throw-in. Nice little pass there from Neves as he slipped over on the wet grass. Traore, lovely little bit of a knock ball forward. Silva just not there quick enough, but Traore stops in time. Runs a bit forward. Nice little cross in, which a little bit too much bananas on that for Silva's liking. Was unable to pick up by Otasoe either. This ball's picked up now by Aitnuri. Pass forward, looking for Otasoe. He just wasn't expecting that, and it goes out for a Wolves throw-in because it did come off reflection of a West Brom player, which is perfect for us. We're up to 3.5 minutes. So most successful dribbles. Adama Traore with 382 since August of 2018. That is a massive stat. 382 dribbles completed since August 2018, more than anyone else in the Premier League. As the ball's now here with Otasoe. Surrounded by West Brom players, he goes down again. Paul Tierney says play on. The ball squared into the middle to O'Shea. Or O'Shea, I should say. Flick forward looking for Furlong. With Furlong now. Played forward. Back to Gallagher. Flick forward again. Looking for Gallagher again, but unfortunately that was played up. Play for Ryan Nuri, but it's dispossessed again. Now dispossessed by Neves. Neves now with running ball. He's got Fabio Silva on the right-hand side. What's he going to do with it here? Artasowi on the right. Neves tries to whip it in. I think he was looking for Silva to go for the run there, but Silva was a bit unlucky there and didn't spot it again. Making some silly little mistakes at the start of this first half. A couple of balls there which could have worked decently for us, but they haven't, which is a shame. But we're only 4 minutes into the game. Well, 5 minutes into the game as we're approaching that now. So it's a good start. It's not a good start, and it's not a bad start. It's in the middle, I would say, at the moment. We'll find out. Ball here with Connor Cody now. Connor Cody plays it down to left to Ryan Nuri. Then Donker now. Donker pass forward to Vinata. Back to Cody. Cody plays forward down to the wing, looking for Nelson Semedo on the right-hand side. Can Semedo keep the ball in? Yes, he can. He's got Silva running into the middle. Still with Semedo now. What's Semedo going to do it here? Passes it back to Artasowi. He's got Neves in the middle to Neves. Oh, that was a nasty challenge there as number 18 Gallagher ran in there and Neves was just dropping down for the ball. So unfortunate there. Free kick to West Brom inside the half. Oh, that was a bit of an unlucky challenge there. Neves knew what he did wrong there. But good to see Gallagher back up and moving. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from West Brom in here, but there is Agent Allardyce. Definitely doing the work in getting West Brom relegated, we hope, this season. Come on, Agent Sam, do the work. But anyhow, ball goes out for a West Brom throw-in as we've just gone over the 6-minute mark here on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary. I am your alternative commentary host for this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, Kieran Riley, and behind the mic, doing all the button pressing and telling me to calm down if I get too riled up is the lovely Mr. Russell Vernon, as he's giving me a lovely thumbs up here on our little studio cam. Ball's whipped forward onto the left-hand side to Townsend. Townsend whips it in. Oh, both players there collided. I think that was Piera and Digan colliding with each other there, which could have given West Brom a chance earlier on in the game there. It happened. That was a lovely. He was in Townsend was in miles of space there on the right-hand side. Nice cheeky little flick in off the back of Artasowi, but Digane and Piera coming very close. Well, coming very close. They were colliding in the penalty area. It's over 7 minutes played now. Still West Brom 0, Wolves 0 here on Football Commentary. Football Commentary Live. Stats there. Most goals in April. West Brom with 10 goals scored in April. So they're definitely fighting for survivors. The ball's whipped in here, but knocked away by Ryan Nuri and flick forward. Looking for Silva. Doesn't quite find him, but finds Darren O'Shea. Back onto the right side to Furlong. Furlong plays it into the middle to Piera. Plays it to Gallagher. Back to Piera. Whips it up to Yokolusu. And dispossessed there with Artasowi now. But Artasowi dispossessed there as he slips up on the grass. Ball now up to the left-hand side to Townsend. Townsend plays it forward to, I think, Piera there. But he's offside there. Just over 8 minutes played here. A very wet and windy evening in the Black Country. And apologies, it was Furlong and Piera who collided. That is my apologies there. Getting that wrong. A ball now down with Ryan Nuri on the left-hand side. Back to Neves. Back to Nuri. Back to Neves. Neves plays it back to Saiss in the middle of the Wolves penalty area. The Wolves half to Dendonka now. Dendonka takes a little slip there. Dispossessed there by Piera, who passes it to Gallagher. Still with Gallagher here, looking for his options into the middle to 8 miles up the left-hand side. Up to O'Shea on the left-hand side. Pass back to O'Shea, my apologies. Flip forward. Looking for Piera there on the left-hand side. Apologies. No, Furlong on the right-hand side there, but dispossessed by Nuri. Goes out for, I think that is a West Brom corner kick. So just over 9 minutes played now. Decent start by both teams. Definitely some forwards and backwards football. Both getting some decent crosses in and some decent shots, but nothing coming off it yet. Can West Brom do something here with this early corner kick? As corner kick's taken, whipped in, straight into the hands of Rui Patricio, and he falls to the floor. Perfect. Easily into his hands there as it's thrown out to Nelson Semedo here on the right-hand side. Still with Semedo now. Back to our captain, Conor Cody. Saiss just looking at his options, just taking his time, bringing the ball slowly forward. No one really going to him. Plays it up to Ryan Aït-Nouri now on the left-hand side. Back to Dendoncker now on the edge of the Wolves half. Now Conor Cody. Back to Dendoncker. Dendoncker to Neves. Vinatta, apologies. To Dendoncker, back to Vinatta. Plays it back to Saiss. Neves. Wolves looking to break through here as he goes to Ryan Aït-Nouri here on the left-hand side. Just going a little bit run out there as Furlong and Gallagher were all over him there. Now with the Adama Traore on the left-hand side. What can Adama do with it here? Still with the Adama Traore. Furlong going for the tackle. Didn't quite pay off. Still with Adama now. Still with Adama. Adama tries running it in. Good tackling there by Furlong, and it goes out for a Wolves corner kick as we approach 11 minutes. Just have a question from Matt, who's joined us in the studio. Hello, Matt. Good evening. Is there really a danger to you that Nuno will leave club? I don't know. Personally, I really don't know what's going through Nuno's mind. From what I've been reading, he's been offered to Spurs, but I really hope he doesn't go because then we will lose our star players. We really will. Wherever Nuno goes, they're going to go with him. But I'd hate to see that. I think if Nuno goes, I reckon we could be out of the Premier League next season because we're sitting 12th at the minute, so we're scraping through. As the corner kick's taken quickly, headed in by Saiss. Lovely, straight into the hands of Sam Johnson. Nice on-target shot there for Saiss. We're getting back to what I was saying. If he goes, we'll lose a lot of our star players, and personally, I think we'll go down at the end of next season. We've survived this year. I mean, we've finished 12th. Look at the past 2 seasons. We finished 7th consistent, and now we're finishing 12th. It's a difficult one to talk about. I think, to be honest, there's definitely some talking points at the end of the season about this. But back to the game as the ball is now with Piero as he puts it in the middle, up to the left hand side to Townsend. To O'Shea, who plays it forward, looking for Gallagher. Still with Gallagher, but Conor Cody all over him and takes it out for a Wolves goal kick. Just over 12 minutes played now here on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary. Camera's back on Big Sam Allardyce there, just chilling in his little seat. Obviously, I don't think he wants to get his hair wet this evening, but he's chilling in his little chair, taking in the game. But I'm sure he'll be barking his orders at some point this evening. West Brom have been the victors over most of their meetings with Wolves. The last 3 meetings West Brom have won. The last time we met in the Premier League before this season, but just going to pause myself there as it's come into the box. Bit dangerous here for Wolves. Surrounding the players there as it passed out to Furlong. Furlong tries a shot, goes wide, out for a goal kick. But anyways, as I was saying, the last time these guys met in the Premier League was a 3-2 loss at Molineux. It was a very disappointing afternoon, but a very close afternoon, I must say. It was definitely a very tight afternoon. I did enjoy that game. But the previous 2 meetings to that were the season we got relegated. It was the season before we had our double relegation, where West Brom beat us 2-0 at the Hawthorns, and a massive victory for them when they beat us 5-1. That was back in 2012. So that is nearly 10 years ago since we last met in the Premier League. So it's been a very, very long time coming, these fixtures. The ball's with Fabio Silva now, a bit surrounded by players there, but now with Semedo on the right-hand side. Semedo does a little bit of a dodging trick, looking for his options. What can he do with it? Still on the left-hand side, out for a... Still in play, no, goes back to Conor Cody, goes back to Patricio. As Patricio flicks it forward, looking for Dendoncker doesn't find Dendoncker and it goes out for a Wolves throw in as it comes off the West Brom player. I think of Maitland-Niles there. Throw in taken quickly, but knocked back out. Another Wolves throw in. Coming up to 15 minutes played, quarter of an hour. Still West Bromwich Albion 0, Wolves 0. Coming to you live on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary. Throw in taken quickly with Semedo now. Back to Vinato. He's got Neves in the middle, but he's looking for his options. He's looking to bring it forward. He's now got Aït-Nouri running on the left, but chooses to go to Neves in the middle, then to Aït-Nouri. Looking for Traore. Goes back to Neves. Neves plays up to the right-hand side to Semedo. What can Semedo do with it here? He's got Otasowie on his right. Back to Vinato to Dendoncker. Comes back to Connor Cody. Saiss. Wolves looking for an option to get themselves forward here with Ryan Aït-Nouri now on the left-hand side in acres of space. Starting to be closed up now by Gallagher. Fantastic run through from Ryan Aït-Nouri here. What's going to happen? Still with Ryan Aït-Nouri. What a fantastic run this is from Ryan Aït-Nouri. Still in the box. Takes a shot. Well defended there from Darren O'Shea and Ajayi as the ball's played forward. Saiss is just pulling. Saiss goes down. Pulled down there by Piera. But that was a lovely little run and play there from Fiera. I am very, very impressed with that lad today. I'm wondering if we will get any... Sorry, Ryan Aït-Nouri, apologies. I'm wondering if we'll get any goals from him today. As the ball's now with Ryan Aït-Nouri again. Passes it back to Saiss. Trying the game. Neves now. Neves bringing the ball forward to Dendoncker, back to Neves. Dendoncker in a bit of pressure there. Now with Semedo. Semedo passes it forward looking for Silva. But Silva just closed up there by the West Brom defence and the goalkeeper had no... good option of clearing it. Back to Neves. Ryan Aït-Nouri now on the left-hand side. He's got Traore. Traore, make a run to the left, please. Ball goes to Neves. Back to Otasari. To Neves. Oh, good challenge there. Ball now with Gallagher. Piera. Gallagher. Still with Gallagher. Wolves looking to close in. Furlong whips it forward. Looking for Piera there. And Piera goes down, but ref says play on. Ball with Saiss now. Dendoncker. Aït-Nouri. Dendoncker. Dendoncker bringing it into the middle towards the Albion half. Just sat in the circle at the minute. Neves. Dendoncker. Going for Neves, but goes to Saiss. Ryan Aït-Nouri on the left-hand side. Traore now. What can Traore do with it here? Still with Traore. Traore brings it into the middle. Whips it up into the right-hand side to Semedo. Semedo to Dendoncker, back to Semedo again. Semedo brings it back to Connor Cody, puts it in the middle to Saiss. With Saiss now, Traore. What can Traore do with it here? Traore still with the ball. Traore goes down, but dispossessed there. But Ryan Aït-Nouri's there, or takes him down. Ref says play on. Ball with Neves now. Neves plays it forward, looking for Fabio Silva. What can do it here? Still with Fabio Silva now inside the penalty area. Can Fabio Silva do with it here? Oh, he should have passed back there to Traore, but never mind. Kicked away by Sam Johnston. Picked up there by Piera. West Brom now on the attack. On the left-hand side to, I think that's Townsend. Back to Piera. Piera now back to Bartley. Bartley to O'Shea and back forward. Goes down there. Ref still says play on, but it goes out for a West Brom throw-in. About halfway into the Wolves half. Approaching 20 minutes played. We're at we're hitting 18 minutes played, but approaching 20 minutes played now. Still 0-0 here at the Hawthorns. Who's going to break the deadlock first? Are we going to have a really boring draw here, which I really hope we don't? I'd rather be celebrating a win for Wolves today, but still a lot of football to play, so we will have to wait and see. As the ball's now with Neves, as Neves begins an early run, he's got Traore absolutely pelting himself forward. I think the ball's gone a little bit too far there for Traore, but easily picked up by the West Brom defence there. Kicked out by Sam Johnson. Neves looking to header it. Headers it back to Aït-Nouri, who just brings it back into the Wolves half to take control of the game. Saiss now. Neves. Aït-Nouri now. What can Wolves do with it here? Aït-Nouri putting his hands up because he was looking for his options. No one was there for him. Ball back with Saiss now. Dendoncker now. Dendoncker looking to control the game. Bring a couple of taps forward. Brings it forward. Now down to Aït-Nouri on the halfway line. Traore. Aït-Nouri. Options back to Saiz now. Going up to Connor Cody, looking like for Semedo on the right-hand side. Plenty of space. Passes it to Dendoncker. Still with Dendoncker. Now to Fiera, sorry. Fiera to Semedo. Semedo calling for his feet. Otasoe to Vinata. Looking for that flick through to Vinata, but unfortunately didn't work. Kicked away, but picked back up by Connor Cody. Still with Connor Cody. It kicks it back to Rui Patricio, who knocks it forward. Not finding anyone, goes out for a West Brom throw-in. Rapidly approaching 20 minutes played now. Definitely an interesting game of football, I must say. It's a draw that we want to see if it's interesting, but we don't want a boring game. But so far, it's all right. We're just looking for the score. Wolves players calling for handball there. West Brom players calling for handball on a Wolves player, and that worked. Handball against Nelson Semedo there. Free kick to West Brom. I'd say about 30 or 40 yards out as we've gone over 20 minutes played. Gallagher standing over it, and Piera as well. Who's going to take this? About to find out. One wall Wolves. That's a mouthful to say. One wall Wolves. A lot of alliteration going on there. We're definitely going to see what's going to happen here. Who's in the wall there for Wolves? Fiera is in the wall. The only man in the wall for Wolves. Let's see what happens here. Looks like it's taken. Referee brings play to all. I think he's going to have a word with a few of the West Brom players there, and Otasoe there. Probably for pushing each other, giving them a warning they'll get carded again. That they'll get carded if that happens again. So we're going to have to wait and see. Who's going to take this? Piera looks like he's going to step up, but Gallagher runs over the ball. Piera whips it in. And headed all the way over the bar. Comes a little bit too much bananas. Headed over by, I think that was Furlong. Let's have another. No, it wasn't Furlong. It was Ajayi who tried the header, but goes a little bit too hard over the bar, out for a Wolves goal kick. They're coming up to 22 minutes played. Definitely gone quick this first half. But that's what we like. We like end-to-end football where it goes quickly. Trevor there looking like a nice sweaty, but his arm's covered in baby oil as well. Obviously, he's got that reoccurring dislocation shoulder, so that baby oil helps things slip off. Patricio takes the goal kick, headed back. Semedo flicks it forward, looking for Silva. Doesn't quite work out. Ball with Maitland-Niles now. It goes down. Ref says play on with Traore now. Traore with acres of space. He's got Fiera in the middle. Dispossessed. I'm not sure why he didn't pass, but with Gallagher now. Gallagher back to Furlong. To AG, my apologies. Sam Johnson. Ajayi. Sam Johnson back to Ajayi, looking for someone else there, but finds Dama Traore instead. Still with the Dama Traore. Back to Ryan Aït-Nouri now. Pass it up into the middle of the Wolves half to Connor Cody. Looking for his options. Pass it straight through the middle to Fiera. Still with Fiera now. Plays it to Neves on the left-hand side. What can Neves do with it here? Ball with Traore now. What's Traore thinking? What's the plan going through Traore's headers? He keeps running down the left-hand side. Still with Adama Traore now. Whips it in. He's looking for Silva. Finds Otasoe. Oh, that's a good hit from Otasoe, but well defended there by, I think it was Darren O'Shea. The ball came off. The ball with Ryan Aït-Nouri now. Still with Ryan Aït-Nouri. Still with Ryan Aït-Nouri in the box. Ryan Aït-Nouri goes down. Ref says play on. Don't know why Adama Traore didn't call for that, but the ball with Neves. Neves loses it, but it's picked up by Dendoncker. Back to Connor Cody. Still with Connor Cody now. Brings it forward. Neves. Neves looking like he's playing on a bit of a left-hand side. I think he was calling for Aït-Nouri to run there, but he didn't. Getting a bit stressed there. Ball with Semedo now on the right-hand side. Semedo plays it forward to Otasoe. Back to Semedo. So they've got a couple of options. To Dendoncker. Neves in the middle. Neves under pressure. Neves up to Otasoe on the right-hand side. Otasoe to Semedo. Semedo back to Otasoe. So he brings it into the middle to Fiera. Fiera to Dendoncker. Donker just looking for some options of what he can do here. To Fiera. Fiera starts bringing it backwards to Otasoe. For options, you've got Traore and Ryan near on the left-hand side. Goes to Neves. Traore. Still with Traore now. Neves. Fiera. Semedo on the right-hand side. A little bit of space. Chooses to go to Dendoncker. Dendoncker to Saiz. Chill on the ball with Saiz now as it's played forward. Neves. Traore. Flick onto Nuri. Still with Traore now. Traore into the box. What can Traore do? Still with Adama Traore. Still with Adama Traore. What's he going to try and do with it here? He's got Neves behind him. Adama Traore takes it up to Fiera on the right-hand side. Semedo there running in. Fiera whips it in. Looking for Silva, but good header away there by O'Shea. Still with Wolves now. Back with Semedo. Semedo still here in the middle of the box. Neves. What can Neves do to here? Neves tries a shot. Goes massively high. Way too many bananas. And it goes out for a West Bromwich Albion goal kick. Good evening, Mike Hardeman. Welcome along to your alternative commentary. I hope you are doing okay this evening, mate. Nice little whip forward. Good shot from Otasoe there. Unfortunately, it was well defended by Darren O'Shea. It's only Otasoe's second Premier League start for Wolves, but he's making an impression today at the moment. But that could obviously all change as West Brom looking to get their counter-attack underway. As the ball looks like it goes out there, but the linesman doesn't seem to see it. It says play on. Ball looking for Furlong. Traore dispossessed him to Ryan Nuri. To Neves. Neves looking for Semedo. Doesn't find Semedo. Ball runs out. Otasoe goes in for the challenge. The ball's already gone out for a West Brom throw-in. 25 minutes played. Or 26 minutes played, I should say now. Still West Bromwich Albion 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Here live on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary. I'm coming to you live from my studio in Wolverhampton in the Black Country as a massive Wolves fan. But it's definitely a big game. I believe we can relegate West Brom with a win this evening, which is always a good thing to relegate your rivals. But it'll be a shame for them to be knocked out of the Premier League in their first season. It's looking for Silva there, but kept in the corner of the West Brom half, knocked forward. Looking for Maitland-Niles there, but it goes out for a Wolves throw-in with Semedo. Semedo just looking for his options, but needs to get a move on to Dendoncker, but well dispossessed there, but pick up by Fiera. Back to dispossessed again. They'll picked up by Neves. Bit of a scramble for the ball there, but now Wolves back in control with Ryan Nuri here on the left-hand side for his options. Plays it forward to Neves. Neves plays it to Dendoncker. Dendoncker to Semedo. What's Semedo going to do with it here on the right-hand side? Just looking for a few options. Flicks it forward, looking for Dendoncker, but finds Fiera instead. Back to Semedo now. Semedo still bringing it in. He's not being closed up. Neves now to Ryan Nuri, who keeps bringing it forward. Still with Ryan Nuri now. He has a bit of a slip up, takes the shot. Doesn't put a little bit power on. I think he was looking for Silva to make a run forward there and chip it over the keeper, but that wasn't the case. We're just going to watch it again. Look, he actually has a slip up there, plays it forward. I think he was looking for Silva to make a little bit of a run. But safely into the hands of Sam Johnson. West Bromwich Albion now back on the attack. Ball knocked out for a West Brom throwing about halfway into their half. Approaching the half-hour mark now here on Football Commentary Live. If you are listening in, good evening to you all and welcome to your home of alternative commentary. If you are here, do put a message on the chat and we will say hello. Is it me you're looking for? No, I'm taking the mic. Ball here now with Adama Traore on the left-hand side. Sort of holding play here, looking for his options, doing some silky skills. Still with Adama Traore now to Fiera. What's Fiera going to do? Plays it in, looking for Silva. Didn't quite pay off this time. As dispossessed there as Gallagher knocks it forward. Ball now safely with Connor Cody. Semedo. Wolves definitely looking a very strong side this half. Hopefully we can take the lead going into the first half, but it's football. You never know what's going to happen. Ball back now with Rui Patricio. Plays it forward to Saiz. Saiz knocks it forward, looking for Silva. Headed back away by Ajayi. Dharma Traore and Furlong wrestling for the ball, but Furlong wins it. But Neves picks it up with Fiera now. Still with Fiera. What can Fiera do with it here? Still with Fiera. Knocks it forward, looking for Silva, but well picked up by Ajayi. Time run. But now with Semedo. Nelson Semedo shoots. Oh! What a save by Sam Johnson. We could have taken the lead there. That was an absolutely fantastic effort. Nice little Silva. Let's watch this again with Fiera looking for Silva, but unfortunately just dispossessed. But then Semedo comes steaming in, takes the shot. Sam Johnson there with the one hand and tips it over the bar. That was so close to a very good goal. Matt said Adele's got to be a lot worried. It's not Adele. It's the song "Hello, Is It Me You're Looking For." Adele's song is just "Hello." But anyways, Wolves corner kick taken quickly, looking for Adama Traore, doesn't quite find him. Headed away there by Kyle Bartley, goes out for a Wolves throw in with just over half an hour played now. Sam Allardyce now out of his chair. He's obviously a bit scared that we're going to score, and it's gone in. Mike making some funny comments saying he's not looking for us. Oh dear God. You forgot it was Lionel Richie. We all forget that sometimes. So here with Ryan Nuri on the left-hand side. Can Wolves get a goal in this first half and take the lead into the second half? We'll see as Fiera takes a shot. Oh my God! Fantastic save by Sam Johnston there. I think I would have actually gone absolutely mental if that goal would have gone in. And I think Russ would have had to take over for a second. But that was an absolutely fantastic effort by Fiera there, looking to get a goal. So look at this. Nice little run. Nice big smack. Looking like it was going for the middle, but Sam Johnson was there just about to cover it. Don't give it your day job. Guys, shut up, Ross. Oh, you should not. You should see what goes on in our private messages in the studio. Anyways, Wolves corner kick taken. Looking for Saiz off the head of Saiz. Goes out for over the top for a West Brom goal kick. 31 minutes played. Now, I'm definitely going to need to down about 2 litres of water when I finish this. Russ giving me the thumbs up. Why are you giving me the thumbs up and smiling? Why are you giving me the thumbs? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Looks like West Brom making an early substitution here. Wonder if they've got any injuries or they're making an extra defensive sub. Let's find out. Who's that coming on? Darashi has withdrawn. Oh, Darashi is coming off. Okay, so it's definitely a defensive change as Dara Oshie comes off and Matt Phillips, the number 10, comes on. Matt Phillips is on. Okay, Dara Oshie has gone off 32 minutes into this game, so they're having to use one of their substitutes already. So the message from Mike in the chat: Concord 0, Harrogate 0. Balls run out there for a West Brom free kick. Wolves looking like they could have kept that in there, but didn't slip the linesman. I'm wondering why they've had that change. Russ, if you find out, let me know at halftime why that change was made. I'm not 100% sure. I've not seen whether he's injured or not, as West Brom looking for a counter-attack here. But the ball here with Connor Cody knocked away. Most of the action areas in the last 10 minutes has come from 65% from the centre, 32% in the Albion's half, and only 3% in Wolves' half. As the ball now with, I think that was Matt Phillips that had come on. Ball out to Furlong on the right-hand side of Wolves' half as I'm looking at it. Ball up to Ajayi. Neves is down, holding his... Oh, it was his hand. Looks like he may have been stepped on. Right there. Ball with Semedo. What's Semedo going to do with it here? Plays it forward. Looking for Silva, unfortunately, doesn't find him. Finds Carl Bartley instead. He goes to Aiton Miles. Plays it in the middle to Pieria. Plays it forward, looking for Diagne. Whips it in. Well defended there by Saiz. Knockdown looking for Traore. Traore tries to control it. Still with Traore now. Traore to Ryan Aid-Nouri, who knocks it out for a West Brom throw in. But I think it's because Neves is still on the ground. Not too sure what's going on there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the challenge. Goes down. Not too sure. It looks like he's holding his thigh. So this could be, we've got a stoppage in play at the minute. And there's been a goal in the Concord-Harrogate game. It's now Concord 0, Harrogate 1. Goal coming from Josh Falkingham. Thank you very much, Mike, for bringing that up in the 2020 FA Trophy final. Just getting some information from Russ. Looks like a tactical switch. Oh, okay. Wondering what's going through Sam Allardyce's mind. Maybe he's got a little bit scared of our attacking so far, but we're currently in a break of play as Neves has been down for some time now. So the Wolves players kicked out so Wolves could get their physios on the pitch. Nuno looking on. I think he's looking a little bit worried. Neves still, it looks like he's holding his knee there as they get the magic spray out. The magic. Oh, this spray will make everything better. Sorry about the voice there. Spraying his knee there, so it looks like his knee could have had a little bit of a twinge. But we'll have to wait and see. A win today would put us safe from relegation, because at the minute, as it stands, if we lose all of our games and the teams below us win all their games, we could actually finish in the bottom 3 and get relegated. So a win today, I believe, would mathematically secure our place in the Premier League for next year. Well, next season, I should say. That we'll certainly have to wait and see as Neves starts walking off. Got a little bit of a limp on. And it is very windy today here in the Black Country. Just looking on my screen, the West Brom flags are definitely blowing about a lot on the corner. But that's a very good question. If Wolves get relegated, do you think Nuno will leave? I don't know, mate. It depends on how much he loves this club, and it's down to the board. If we get relegated, then a lot of the fans will probably definitely call for him out. But it's one of those ones where you got to think about it. Or look at what he's done for us the past 4 years. Is it possible to rebuild and get it back up to scratch? But you never know what the boards are thinking. But there's still a long way to go. We've got 4 games left to play. So it's definitely, and they're tough for us as well. They're not easy games. They're tough for us. We'll go through the next games a little bit later on in the game, because obviously we're going to have a very quick tactical change once this is over, as Russ will be bringing you commentary on the other Premier League fixture from this evening. So it'll be one of those ones we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Ball here with West Brom. Whipped in, looking for something and straight into the hands of Rui Patricio there. 37 minutes played. So we're nearly up to 5 minutes plus stoppage time left to play. The ball was looking for Otasowie and Silva there. Didn't quite get it, so it goes out for a West Brom throw-in just inside of their side of the half. Russell brings commentary of the Burnley West Ham game. Kick off at 8:15. We're going live at 8 o'clock shortly after we wrap up the coverage here from the Black Country derby. West Bromwich Albion versus Wolves. With Silva now, with Fiera, Traore. Still with Traore now. Traore looking for Otasowie. Didn't quite find him. West Brom now looking for a chance to counter-attack here. Ball played up to Furlong. Knocked forward. Looking for Degan. Unfortunately, finds Connor Cody instead and back safely to Rui Patricio. Connor Cody now. West Brom hanging back at the moment. Looks like they're really scared of the counter-attacks. They look like they're playing a little bit more defensive football than they are attacking. But we'll see how it plays out. If Wolves can get a goal now, it'd be very, very good into the second half. As Connor Cody just looking for his options. Plays it forward. Beautifully finds Dendoncker on the right-hand side. Ball still with Leander Dendoncker now. Was playing back looking for Otasowie, but comes off the baggiest play there, I believe, of Matt Phillips and goes out for a Wolves throw-in, taken quickly with Fiera now. Neves to Saiss in the middle, bringing it over to the left-hand side. Still with Saiss. Neves in the middle. Fiera. Neves. Then Donker. Semedo. Still with Semedo now, coming up to 40 minutes played. 5 minutes left plus stoppage time here on the first half of the West Brom derby, the Black Country derby. West Bromwich Albion against Wolverhampton Wanderers, one of the oldest derbies in the footballing world. As the ball's now with Fiera. Ryan Aït-Nouri, back to Fiera now. Fiera plays it to Neves. Neves up to Connor Cody, back inside the Wolves half now. Wolves looking for some options to try and get forward, but West Brom holding their shape. Wolves unfortunately not able to get through the middle. Ball now with Traore. What can Traore do with it here? So if Traore goes down, nice little shove there by Yokosulu as he takes Traore down. Nice little pull. Pulls him over. The Wolves free kick. We've gone over the 40-minute mark now. Ball with Semedo. Back to Dendoncker. To Saiss. Saiss plays it forward looking for Traore. Traore gets a little bit dispossessed there. Silva should have made the run there, but was not expecting it. Back on the attack now with West Brom, with Piera. Back with Nathan Nines there, but I believe he's pulled that back for a Wolves free kick, possibly. No, West Brom free kick. Looks like it's going to be taken quickly. 4 minutes left plus stoppage time here on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary. I am your man behind the mic, Kieran Riley, this evening. The man behind the studio, pressing all the funky big buttons, is Mr. Russ Vernon. His succulent tones you'll be hearing at half time. Don't ask me why I said succulent. As the free kick's taken, headed in, and it goes wide out for a Wolves goal kick. I think I'm bigging up Russ too much here. He's smiling and sticking his thumbs up at me. So looking at the attempts this half, West Bromwich Albion only with 3 attempts this half, Wolves with 9. So Wolves looking the stronger team in the first half. We're certainly going to have to wait and see. Teams with less shots usually get a goal, and it's taken in, headed away. Oh, that was a good chance there for West Brom, but lovely defending there from, I believe it came off Saiss, literally on the goal line. And luckily, it hadn't crossed the line, as the ref would have blown his whistle. The ball now with Gallagher. Gallagher on the attack here. Now plays it onto the right to Piera. Still with Piera now in the box. Plays it into the middle, looking for West Brom. Headed away. I think that's gone out for another Albion corner. Albion looking the stronger now, coming into the last part. So I think they're doing a massive push, see if they can take the lead. Now Wolves have taken a bit of a back foot. Let's find out. So Wolves it's whipped in again. Kicked away by Semedo. Goes out for a West Brom throw-in. 42.5 minutes played now. Still got 2.5 minutes left, plus added time here from the first half. Who's going to get an early goal? Is anyone going to break the deadlock? Are West Brom going to get an early goal? Are Wolves going to get an early goal? We will certainly have to wait and see. I reckon there's going to be about 2 or 3 minutes added on to the end of this first half. A bit of a stoppage for Ruben Neves going down to receive treatment. We'll have to wait and see. Throw in taken by Furlong, put forward. Back to Furlong. Whipped in by Kushlu, safely into the hands of Patricio. Can Wolves make a very quick attack now? This player's starting to move forward with Ryan Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri to Neves. Neves plays it forward to Silva. Silva to Aït-Nouri. Still with Aït-Nouri. What can Aït-Nouri do with it now? Goes for the tackle, doesn't work. Ryan Aït-Nouri now for a Adama Traore here into the West Bromwich Albion penalty area. What can Traore do with it? Traore whips it in. Oh! Another good save by Sam Johnson there. Wolves hungry for a goal. West Bromwich Albion hungry for a goal, but no goals coming yet as we approach half-time. It's a nice little shot from Traore. I think he should have bent it in a little bit more. But here comes the attempted goal from earlier. Lovely clear from Saiss there and knocked away by Otasoe. That was definitely a close call. But West Bromwich Albion now coming back on the attack, surrounded by Wolves players, picked up by Neves, looking for the handball there, but ref says play on. Approaching 1 minute left plus stoppage time. Ref, I believe, has blown there for the handball now, I think. Let's just have another quick look at that. I know it's looking at the Traore shot. Nice little power from Traore, but luckily straight into the hands of Sam Johnston there. Pulled off some cracking saves for West Brom today. He could be their saviour. But hopefully we can slip one past him as it goes to Fiera. Looking for Neves. Finds Silva. Silva to Dendoncker. Fiera. What can Wolves do here? 30 seconds left of normal time. Neves. Cody. Cody whips it forward, looking for Artasoe. He doesn't quite find him. Semedo's there. Pushing West Brom back to the goal. Ball goes back to Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson knocks it forward. He's looking for... I think he was looking for Townsend on the left-hand side there, but doesn't quite find him out for a Wolves goal kick. Should find out how many added time we got in a minute. We've got 5 seconds left of normal time. And I think we're going to get about 2 minutes added on, I think, as we now go over the 45 minutes going. Oh, that's right. Hey, Mystic Kieran over here. 2 minutes added on to the end of this first half, which we've now played 15 seconds of. Fiera, still the ball with Fiera, but it's gone down for a Wolves free kick. Wolves tried to take it quickly, but the ref said stop, as Semedo was still down on the ground. Wolves tried to take it quickly again, but the ref still saying stop. This ball was this time in the wrong place. Artasoe, Dendoncker, Semedo, my apologies. I do apologise for this. Fiera, Saiss in the middle. Saiss to Troyer on the left-hand side. Come up to a minute of stoppage time play. We've got a minute left here of the first half. Neves, Fiera, Dendoncker to Semedo. Artasoe. What can Artasoe do with it here? Artasoe starts to bring it forward. Looking for Natta. Semedo. Still with Semedo. Silva! Oh, it's got in! A goal from Fabio Silva! Wolves take the lead coming into the end of the first half. It was a very slow but very good goal by Fabio Silva. He gets another goal for the club. Wolves take the lead in the Black Country Derby as we hit the end of the first half. I'm in a very good mood right now. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. Come on, the boys. Fantastic little play here. Fantastically onside as well. Flick forward. Nice little cheeky flick. That was a deflection as well, but I think that's going to go down as a Fabio Silva goal. We're just going to have another look at this. Cheeky little flick forward. Semedo off Fabio Silva and into the back of the net. What a fantastic start to the game. As we approach the end of the first half, we've taken the lead. At the minute, we're golden black. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. Oh my God. Was watching another lovely replay of that. We're going to have to double check whether that goes down as a own goal or a Silva goal. We'll certainly have to wait and see. As we've gone over the 2 minutes of stoppage time now, I think the ref's just going to play a little bit extra. As it's played forward, West Bromwich Albion looking to see if they can equalise. The Wolves players absolutely surrounding them now. And it looks like the ref's going to blow for half-time. And there it is. That is the half-time whistle at the Hawthorns. It is currently after a fantastic little cheeky goal from Fabio Silva. And by the looks of it, has gone down as a Fabio Silva goal. He gets another goal for Wolves. He's second for the first team. His fourth of his career at Wolves as he scored 2 with the under-23s. It is half-time at West Brom. I'm now going to have a little celebration and go and get myself a drink in the studio. It is West Bromwich Albion 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kieran Riley, who's just celebrating as he walks off to go and get a drink. He's just dancing in his studio. I can see him dancing there. He's now off to get a drink. And fantastic first half for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Goal on the stroke of half-time through Fabio Silva. And it has gone down to Silva's as a Silva goal after Carl Barkley tried to clear, but he hit against Silva and looped over Johnston for the opening goal of the game. Thank you to Mike for keeping us up to date with the Concord Rangers against Harrogate Town game. That's still 1-0 to Harrogate Town from what I can gather. Just went to stoppage time there, so hopefully we'll be able to fetch you the result for that one. Harrogate just turned over to see the closing stages of this one in my studio as that ball is a forward collected across there by Concord. They could look to get an equaliser, take this game to extra time here at Wembley where there's no fat crowds inside the stadium and Harrow coming forward again. And they go for goal, shot saved and fantastic effort from the Harrogate number 9 there, and Concord Rangers are trying to fetch the ball away. We'll bring you the result of that one when we can. And Kieran is back and I can see him there. He's gone down. I can confirm, Kieran, it has gone down as a silver goal. Barkley attempted to clear, but it hit to gain silver, which looped over Johnston and into the net for the opening goal of the game. West Brom have had their chances, Wolves have had theirs, but it was a farcical goal for West Brom to concede on the stroke of half time. It looks as though West Brom's season in the Premier League could be coming to an end fairly soon. I'm not sure if they can go down today. I think they possibly can. They may not be able to today. Maybe if they lose in their next match at the weekend. Got some great coverage on the way. We've got Burnley against West Ham. That's coming up very, very soon. We'll bring you all the team news as and when we have it. We will bring you that important team news from that game. The other scores from today, you've seen is West Brom 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers, West Brom 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1 at half time. I've told you the National League scores at half time. I'll run you through them again. Bournemouth 5, Kings Lynn 1, Bromley 1, Hartlepool 0, Chesterfield 0, Torquay United 2, Dagenham Redbridge 3, Woking 1, Maidenhead United 2, Wrexham 2, Solihull 4, Altrincham 0, Stockport County 4, Wilston 0, Weymouth 0, Barnet 2, and Yeovil 0, FC Halifax Town 3. Into stoppage time and it's still 1-0 to Harrogate against Concord Rangers, which is the 2019-2020 FA Trophy final. We'll bring you the result of that one. We've got Mike Honran keeping us up to date with that one. Today we'll be bringing him up to date. He'll tell us in the chat how that game's gone. It's half time, as you can see across the bottom. It's West Bromwich Albion 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. If you're just tuning into football commentary live, brilliant first half commentary from the wonderful and fantastic Kieran Riley. Hopefully he's enjoyed that first half. We'll bring him in very, very soon to get his thoughts on that first half and thoughts on the Wolves goal. Just want to say a big congratulations to Mark Jackson and the Leeds United under-23s. They rounded off their under-23 campaign with a 5-2 victory over Burnley this afternoon, and Leeds United under-23s unbeaten at home all season in the under-23 campaign in the Premier League 2. The debut in Premier League 2 division in Premier League 2. We're in Division 2 now from Division 1 where we're playing, like I said, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, amongst others in that one there. We're just seeing the goal again from Fabio Silva. Good bit of play, good back flick into Semedo, who lost possession, who played the ball inside. Barkley hit it against Silva and he looped over the top of Sam Johnston and into the net. He couldn't do nothing about it. Didn't know much about it either, did Sam Johnston. And Wolverhampton Wanderers are in the lead by a goal to nil. We'll just have a switch. Well, we're coming up towards the end of the game now. I can see the closing stages between Concord Rangers and Harrogate Town. That's currently 1-0 to Harrogate. They've played the 6 minutes in that game. We'll stay with you till that is half time. Then we'll switch our attentions back to the game we are covering. It's played down the line in towards the corner. Ball's out of play. Concord have a throw. They'll throw it back to their goalkeeper to a long downfield to try and force them one last attempt to salvage this game. But there goes the whistle from the referee. I think it's Peter Banks. And Concord Rangers lost by a goal to nil in the FA Trophy final. So congratulations to Harrogate Town for winning that. We're just fetching our match commentator Kieran Riley now, and Kieran, looking on that first half, I think you can fairly say it's been a fairly even first half, but good goal, but a bit of a calamity from the West Bromwich Albion perspective for the goal, but got to be delighted for Fabio Silva to get his second goal in first team action since arriving in Molineux. Wouldn't you have to agree there, Kieran?
Yeah, it's not over yet. There's no way you can call a game won at 1-0. If it's like 89 minutes, then maybe, but you can never call a game won at 1-0. It's been end to end. I'm not going to lie, as much as that goal is fantastic and it's good to have the lead, that was very, very, very unlucky on West Brom's part. Sam Johnson just wasn't in the right place to get that. He came off his line because he thought it was going to come a little bit further forward, but obviously it didn't. Obviously, it was a nice little. Obviously, Silva was going for the power. I think if Silva had gone for the power, I think it was going over. So for the fact that the West Brom defender there got his foot in the way, I think that helped the goal go in. So I'm not disputing the fact it's a goal. It's a goal. We're winning. Yay! Perfect, which is what we want. It's another goal for Silva, which is perfect. At least it's gone down as a Silva goal. It's still, the game is not won yet. I'm not going to celebrate too soon, and I'm not going to jinx it. But I said, I didn't say it on here, but I've said it to a couple of people. I reckon we could pip this 2-0 today. And I'm going to stick with that prediction and say I think it could be a 2-0 victory. But there's still a whole nother 45 minutes to go. You've seen football. You've seen games like this, Russ. You could be 1-0 up and then all of a sudden you lose 4-1. You concede like an absolute idiot in the second half. It can happen. It could happen today. You never know. It's still 50-50 what's going to happen. If Baggy score, we get a draw. Cool, fair play, decent. But obviously, I want to push for that win. Maybe if we pip the second one, then I think the game's ours. If we can pip that second one, the game's ours. I think. But like it's football, things can change.
Yeah, and also, Kieran, you've seen once a team scores, you see momentum quickly change onto the other side. So say West Brom gets an early goal in that second half, momentum could then swing into West Brom's favour, and they have loads of possession, loads of attacking in West Brom, and Wolves having to do loads of defending, which in the first half, Wolves did loads of defending, and West Brom had to do loads of attacking, should I say. Wolves did, and West Brom had to do loads of defending. If West Brom get that second goal, they'll be attacking, which will then probably leave space for the counter-attack for Wolves. But with Wolves leading 1-0, West Brom attack. Wolves attacking, it'll leave West Brom, your defence exposed for West Brom to attack. So it's a catch-22 with what you want to do there. And Kieran, I just want to ask you, did you see the incidents which happened at Old Trafford yesterday?
Yes, I did. I am very disgusted and appalled. If you want to protest, but don't break into the ground and cause your match to be postponed, because it's not what you want. And the fans are now going to get their club deducted points and a massive fine, which basically is going to hand the title to City. Yes, but it depends on what the Premier League wants to do, whether they'll do it now or they'll do it for the start of next season.
Yes, and I've just got Just as some breaking news just in regarding the protest yesterday, Greater Manchester Police have confirmed this evening that they made one arrest following Sunday's protest by Manchester United fans at Old Trafford. The statement says they've confirmed that Greater Manchester Police have confirmed in a statement that 6 officers were injured during the demonstration, with one needing hospital treatment who is now being discharged. A statement from Greater Manchester Police says 6 officers have been injured in the report. Being reported so far, with one officer receiving a fractured eye socket, requiring medical treatment, and another sustaining a wound to his face, following bottles and cans being thrown from the crowd. The third officer was dragged and kicked. The officer who was attended hospital has since been discharged. A 28-year-old man has been arrested as consequence of the investigation, and all available evidence being urgently reviewed to identify both the organisers of the protest and those responsible for the officer assaults. And then there's a statement which the Chief Constable Nicky Bailey is had to say. If you want to read what he has to say, just head over to the Sky Sports website, and the headline is "Police make one arrest after Man United protest." The teams have arrived at Turf Moor, as I can see on the monitor in front of me in my studio. For my game, the Wolves players and West Brom players yet to come back out for the second half, and it's good to see that they've actually arrested someone, but considering 6 officers have been injured, a lot more action needs to be taken, and it appears that they broke in via a door, security door into the stand and going onto the pitch that way, and then others went into the concourse and opened up the doors to let other fans come through into the stadium. And we saw yesterday pictures during the coverage of the Arsenal game. Flair, I did anyway, and then they showed on the TV pictures anyway, that the flares were being thrown at the TV camp people there for the UK TV broadcasters, and things chucked towards the likes of Graham Souness, Roy Keane, Michael Richards, was just there doing their job, reporting on the football and looking there to the football. Obviously got postponed. And I've seen a photo of Gary Neville fist pumping the fans coming down from the stand onto the Old Trafford pitch at Old Trafford yesterday. Well, back to today's action then in West Bromwich Albion, and Wolves are making their way to the pitch. We have seen a change to the action, which sees Paul Tierney make way and Mike Dean now take charge for the second half as the referee, and to guide you through the second half action with Mike Dean as referee is back to your match commentator and Wolverhampton Wanderers fan on the channel is Kieran Riley.
Thank you very much. That's an interesting. Why the change of ref? That's if you could find out that reason for me, that'd be interesting. Wonder why. He's damaged his calf. I've just heard. Paul Tierney has damaged his calf muscle in the first half, so Mike Dean has come out to take over as the match official. This is interesting because our games get very interesting when Mike Dean takes over. So certainly gonna have to wait. It's odd that the fourth official's replaced him. I thought it's usually the linesman that would do it, but we'll have to wait and see. But Wolves get us underway for the second half as Venata pays it back to Semedo, who looks for Dendonk, who knocks it all the way forward. Wolves looking to make an early start here as the ball was looking for Silva there, but headed down. Back in West Brom's possession. Knocked forward looking for O'Shea, but doesn't find him. Ball now with Connor Cody, still with Connor Cody now as Connor Cody brings it forward. Ball now with Fabio Silva now. Could Wolves look at getting a second goal here? He's got Traore on the left. Plays it forward to Traore. What's Traore going to do with it here? Still with Adama Traore. Still with Adama Traore now. What can Traore do with it here? Brings it back to Neves. Neves tries a long shot. Goes in. Goes wide. out for a goal kick. Nice, fast-paced start for Wolves there. Bit of a shame for Tierney there, injuring his calf. Obviously, he now takes over as the fourth official, and Mike Dean has come on, which is going to make this game a little bit more interesting. Game with two different games. But looking at Wolves' stats, every time Wolves have gone ahead this season, the 9 games we have gone ahead first, we've won 8 of those and drawn 1. So it's definitely going to be seen if we can make that 9 wins out of 9 wins from going first. There's a ball now here with Dama Traore, as he's got Ait Nouri on the left-hand side, brings it into Neves in the middle. I'll run you through the teams again in just a second. Ball still with Fiera now, back with Fiera. Don't know why I keep calling him Venata. But played forward here to Ait Nouri on the left-hand side. What can he do with it here? Plays it into the middle to Fiera. Still with Fiera now. Still with Fiera, back to Ait Nouri, whips it into the middle, looking for Silva off the head, straight lovely into the hands of Sam Johnson there. Let's quickly run you through the teams, starting with West Brom. You've got Sam Johnston, Daniel Furlong, Kyle Bartley, Semi Ajayi, Matthew Piera, Connor Townsend, Mumbai Diagne, Connor Gallagher. Dara O'Shea went off earlier on in the game, replaced by Matt Phillips, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and OK Yokalusu. On the bench then we've got David Button, Hal Robson-Kanu, Callum Robson, Jake Livermore, Matt Phillips, who came on for Dara O'Shea, Grady Digiana, Romain Shawbers, Lee Poitlier and Carlon Grant. And your starting 11 for Wolves unchanged as they come out for the second half. Got number 11, Rui Patricio, back forward of Ait Nouri, Saris, Cody and Semedo. Midfield of Neves and Dendonka. And then up front, Adama, Fiera, Otasoe and Silva as well, who got that goal in the first half. On the bench for us, we got Kai Jenny, whoever, Daniel Podence, William Jose, Morgan Gibbs-White, John Ruddy, Luke Cundall, Max Kilman, and new boys to the bench, Tio Corbinu and Christian Marquez, as Wolves on another attack here. And Mike Dean has stopped play for a Wolves free kick off Otasoe. Up to 48 minutes played. Still Wolves 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. Still a lot of work for Wolves to do to get a win. There's still a long lot of football left. But if we can hold off and get this game as a 1-0 victory, it will be good. As Mike Harneman says, he can't stand Mike Dean as a referee. I like him. He's all right. He has his good games. He has his bad games. Hopefully this is going to turn out to be one of his good games, as Viata Ferreira sits over the ball and it's whipped in, looking for Saiz, headed away very well. Kicked out to the right-hand side here. Looking West Brom as they clear it forward. Brings it down, looking for Piera, but finds Semedo instead. Semedo flicks it forward to Silva. Silva unable to control it. Ball goes back to Sam Johnson in goal. Sam Johnson kicks it forward. Finds Maitland-Niles. Squares up in the middle to Okasoku. To Dendonka finds him. Looking for Vinata. Vinata just misses the ball. Stays up. Now with Matt Phillips down the left-hand side, but Connor Cody stays with it. Ball goes back to Rui Patricio. Knocks it down. Looking for Silva. Silva foul out on the West Brom player of, I think that was Yokosuku. My Dean just going over to have a word. It's time to calm yourself, mate. You've got a goal. Be cool. Be cool. Free kick taken quickly. Left-hand side here to Matt Phillips. He squares it into the middle, but kicked away by Connor Cody. Then knocked away by Semedo. Looking for Silva. Still finds Silva. Still with Filmer, but there's a foul there. I don't think that was a foul. Silva was through, but linesman flagging for a foul there on, I think it was Townsend. Yeah, that's definitely not a foul. I think that's the referee stopping Fabio Silva from getting another goal, because that was going to be another fantastic play. If you guys are watching this, let me know in the comments what you think about that. That was definitely not a foul in my books. I think a few of the referees have said the same as well. Townsend takes that free kick, but he goes all the way over for a Wolves goal kick. 50 minutes played. Hello, Mr. Allardyce. Agent Sam sat in his seat, just taking in the start of the second game, but barking his orders to try and get his to rally the troops as the ball's flipped forward from Connor Cody now to Otasowie. Otasowie gets pushed over, but ref says play on. West Brom disserts there with Fierro, but Fierro then goes down. Mike Dean says play on. Aidan Isles to Gallagher. Still with Gallagher. Turns away from Neves. Then Donker, Saiz, Silva, but refs stop play. Again for a West Brom free kick. Definitely a different start to this half with Matt Phillips with the ball now. Put into the middle to Gallagher. What can Gallagher do with it here? Then Donker slips in the box. Still with Gallagher now. That could be a big mistake. What can Gallagher do with it here now with Piero on the right-hand side? What's it going to be? Whipped in. Good save from Rui Patricio there. Goes out for a West Brom corner. Definitely an interesting first half at the moment. Approach 52 minutes played. 12 minutes played of the first... not 12 minutes played. About coming up to 10 minutes played of this second half here from the Hawthorns. It's a very wet evening from the Black Country in here in my studio in Wolverhampton. Not my monitor is exactly the same, but whipped in by Gallagher safely into the hands of Rui Patricio there. Safely into the hands of Rui Patricio. We approach 52 minutes played. Saiz plays it forward for Vinata. Plays to Traore. And Traore has been blown for offside there, which is a bit of a shame. A little bit offside, but that is a shame. But still, this linesman isn't liking us this second half. Still, West Bromwich Albion 0, Wolves 0, 53 minutes played. Sam Johnson takes the free kick, lips it forward. Headed away by Saiz, looking for Traore. Doesn't quite find him, but finds Gallagher instead. Still with Gallagher. Back to Ajay. Plays it forward. Looking for Pierre there, but doesn't quite find it. But then finds Pierre. Then finds Maitland-Niles. Patea. Townsend, good shot there. But good save by Rui Patricio. There's the ball's now with Otasowie. Still quite dangerous here. Otasowie. Semedo. Semedo now. Vitina. Semedo. Plays it forward, looking for Silva, but a little bit too much bananas on that and picked up by Sam Johnson, who quickly throws it out to Bartley. Plays it to Gallagher. Left-hand side to Townsend. Brings it forward to Matt Phillips. Still with Matt Phillips now. Whipped in, crossed in. Well saved, it's shot. Oh, good save for Rui Patricio there. Another good save. West Brom definitely on the attack this second half. It's going to be turning into a nice, tasty game, I think. But West Brom still on attack there. Goes down there. Mike Dean puts it out for a corner. We come 54 minutes played. Definitely an explosion from West Brom in this second half. Wolves sitting on the back foot. Nice cross in from Matt Phillips. Looking for Gallagher, but it's another fantastic save from Rui Patricio there. And it comes off the back of Ryan Aitanuri as well. Out for a West Brom corner kick. Corner kick taken quickly. Headed away by Den Donker. Picked up by Traore. Traore knocks it forward. All the way up in the air. It goes down. It looks like it's going to go out. But no, Gallagher keeps it in. Townsend. Townsend to Maitland-Niles, who plays it forward. Still with Townsend now, but dispossessed by Den Donker. Donker kicks it forward. Goes out for a West Brom throw-in. 55 minutes played now, so 10 minutes into the second half. It's a very busy second half. As balls flick forward, looking for Townsend. Picked up by Den Donker. Vinata. Foul on Den Donker by Townsend by the looks there. But what a chance for Townsend earlier on in this game. Nice, big, powerful shot, but beautiful save by Rui Patricio. So we're having a very explosive start to the second half. But 2 fantastic saves by Rui Patricio. He hasn't lost his form after that slight head injury that he had. When we had that massive stoppage of play a few games ago. I think it was the last time we were on air. Well, last time I was on air as a commentator. Goes out for a West Brom throw-in. Just over 56.5 minutes played now. Still Wolves 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. This Black Country Derby on Football Commentary Live. Your home of alternative commentary. Connor Cody dispossesses Piera there. Flips it forward looking for Silva, but instead finds Ajay of West Bromwich Albion. Plays it forward to Gallagher. Still with Gallagher. Up to the wing to Furlong. To make the Knolls back to Bartley. The action areas, the last part, the second half. 27% in the Wolves half, 59% in the middle, 14% in the West Brom half. So hopefully we can get a little bit more action from Wolves going into Albion's half. Let's see if we can get a second goal and possibly wrap this game up. Still a long way to go. Ball goes out for another West Brom throw-in. 57.5 minutes played now. Throw-in taken quickly. Picked up by Gallagher, but then dispossessed by Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves plays it forward for Vinata. Still with Vinata now. Still looking for his options. Whips it up to Semedo. What can Semedo do with it here? Whips it forward. Doesn't quite find Otasoe, but then it's picked up again by Pereira, and he goes out for a Wolves throw-in, I believe that is. Connor Cody was going to take it, but looks like he has dropped it for Semedo. Semedo just bringing the ball a little bit further forward. Don't go too far, otherwise Mike Dean's going to have a go. Throw in taken. Silva. Looking for Otasoe. Doesn't quite get to him, but surrounded now. But now with Otasoe. Now plays it forward to Fabio Silva, who's pushed off the ball. Very well played by the West Brom defence. I think that was Carl Bartley. This ball now with... it's passed up there to Townsend. It's over onto the right-hand side to Furlong. Furlong crosses it in. Finds Townsend, but Townsend's unable there to get the shot off. But the ball dispossessed with Dendoncker, and Semedo runs it out to the right-hand side. Semedo flips it forward, looking for Silva and Otasoe there, but a little bit too quick, and he goes out for another Wolves throw-in. Nuno knows we're definitely not secure with this win yet. Still a long way to go. We're approaching the 59th minute, so approaching half an hour left of this Black Country Derby plus stoppage time. As the ball's with Fabio Silva now. Fabio Silva plays it into the middle, looking for Traore. Traore's trying to run at him, runs at Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson knocks it out. Ball picked up by Ajay. He plays it to Furlong, back to AJ. Tries to play it forward to Neves. But Neves dispossesses. Fabio Silva now. Fabio Silva now with a counter-attack. Still with Silva now. Silva takes another shot. Oh! What a fantastic save again from Sam Johnson. He's definitely up there as a contender for man of the match today, but still don't know who I'm going to pick yet. But that is another fantastic save by Sam Johnson. It was a lovely, powerful shot from long range for Fabio Silva. He's obviously been practicing that on the training ground. But it's another fantastic long-range shot. But unfortunately, Sam Johnson was there to knock it out. It goes out for another Wolves corner as we approach now. Half an hour to go of this Black Country Derby. Wolves 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. Here on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary in this Premier League match. Vinata with the corner. Excuse me. Vinata whips it in. Headed away there. But picked back up by Vinata now just on the edge of the box. But I think he was offside. Yeah, he was offside there. That was a bit gutting. I think he knew he was offside as well. I think that's why he didn't move. Still West Brom 0, Wolves 1. Wolves looking like they're going to get a little bit more of a counter-attack on. But West Brom seeing the stronger side at the moment. Goal kick taken. Whipped down, doesn't find anyone, but picked up by Semedo, but knocked away by Saiss. Looking for Silva. Silva falls to the ground as he's pulled down, but ref says play on. Ball picked up by Ajay, who knocks it forward. Down the wing to Phillips. Phillips to Townsend. Townsend whips it in. Off the head, and it's in! It's gone in. The equaliser has gone in. We were closing on that second goal, but after 61 minutes, West Bromwich Albion get the equaliser they have earned from the start of this second half. 61 and a half minutes played. It's now 1-1. A fantastic little play. Nice flick in. Well executed. Rui Patricio just stood there. I think he could have got to that if he actually tried. But that is an absolute shame. We now need to get... It's now back to game on. We need to get something out of this. But a goal's been scored. 62 minutes. I think it was Conor Gallagher. It's Wolves 1, West Bromwich Albion 1 in its Black Country derby. As Wolves coming on a quick counter-attack here. Here's with Nelson Semedo. Otasoe went down in the box, but the ref has said play on. Ball with Silva now. Semedo. Can Wolves get a very quick goal? Goal time, 61 minutes, 15 seconds for West Brom there. In fact, a correction, the ball has gone down as a Digane goal, if I've correct, Mabai Digane. Ball now with Traore on the left-hand side. It's played forward looking for Ryan Aitnuri. Doesn't find him. Ball with Gallagher now. Wolves need to launch a massive counter-attack here. But the ball with Ruben Neves. What can Ruben Neves do with it here? Plays it up to Otasoe. Still with Otasoe now. Still with Otasoe. Otasoe shoots. Fabio Silva. Fabio Silva. Oh! Another absolutely fantastic save by Sam Johnston. He's definitely not making things easy for Wolves today. But it's a nice little play. Lovely shot. But Sam Johnston is just there to save it. It's still 1-1. Still all to play for. Can anyone get a winner out of this game? Another Wolves corner now. We've got 63 minutes played. Venata standing over the ball, as he always does for these corners. Whips it in. Looking for the head of Saiss. Didn't quite find him. Picked up by Connor Cody back outside the box. He's whipped to the right-hand side. Back to Venata. Still with Venata now. Then Donker. The Donker up to Ryan Aitnuri on the left-hand side. Traore now. Still with Traore. What could Traore do with it here? Whips it in. Looking for Saiss again. Doesn't quite find him. Ball picked up by Townsend. Knocked forward. Refound by Connor Cody. Back to Saiss. Saiss plays it forward. That's a very bad challenge there, but it runs out for a Wolves throw-in. A bit of a disappointing goal there. Rui Patricio just stood there and did nothing. So definitely disappointing goal, I must say. But we keep on the attack. We'll see if we get another one. Ball with Traore here now on the left-hand side. Still with Traore now. Comes into the middle for Aitnuri. Traore goes down. Mike Dean blows for the foul on Traore. And Wolves get a free kick. Can Wolves make something of this? We're just going to watch that replay again. Nice Traore. Yeah, just knocks him down. No need for a card, but definitely worth a free kick. So let's see what happens here. Who's over it? Venata Ferreira is over it. See what he can do with it here. Whipped in. Doesn't quite high enough. Don't think he was the right person to take that. But Ryan Aitnuri whips it in, looking for Saiss, and safely into the hands of Sam Johnston. Just over 65, approaching 65 and a half minutes played. West Brom 1, Wolves 1. Here on Football Commentary Live, your home of alternative commentary. If this game does end a draw there, it'll be the 54th draw between these two sides since they first met back in January of 1886. Since then, they've played 161 times, where Wolves have won 53 Drawn 43 and lost 65. So apologies, it would be the 44th draw between these sides. 162nd meeting of this sides. Looking for Silver there, doesn't quite find him. Picked up by RJ, who passes it back to Sam Johnson, who looks like to take control of the game. Whips it down onto the left-hand side, looking for Townsend. Finds Townsend. Dispossessed by Semedo, but picked up by Gallagher in the middle. Latino all over him. So is Traore. Getting surrounded by players there, but he's gone out wide. Too wide, too dangerous there, but it's whipped in. Headed away by Neves, but put back down, but picked up by Semedo. Semedo still under pressure here. Plays it forward, and it goes out for another West Brom throw. Wolves having a bit of a panic stations at the moment. Who could break the deadlock again? Can Wolves get another late goal this time? Or will West Brom pip the win? Or could this stay a draw with Semedo? Then Donker. Semedo, still with Semedo, but getting surrounded by West Brom players, but picked up by Vitina. Still with Vitina. Semedo. Otasoe. Looking for his options. Otasoe plays it forward. Finds Semedo. Vitina. Semedo. Semedo still looking for some options. Takes it back to Dendonka, who plays it up the middle to Saiz. Wolves now looking for a counter-attack on the left-hand side. A goal up to Ryan Aitnuri on the left-hand side. Ryan Aitnuri in acres of space. Starts running it forward. Plays it into the middle to Fabio Silva, to Ventina. Still Ventina, but dispossessed. Oh, Ventina gets taken out there, but Mike Dean says play on. Ball picked up by Gallagher. Gallagher to Townsend, and back to Townsend. Up to Bartley. Sorry, not Bartley, Asuku. Knocks it forward. Finds Diane again, and Diane goes down with Semedo. Mike Dean was happy with that, and the ball goes into Patricio's hands for a goal kick, which is taken quickly to Ryan Aitnuri. Traore. Still with Traore now on the left-hand side. Still getting close in. Still with Traore. Traore gets taken down again. Mike Dean reaches for his pocket. It looks like that's going to be a red card for Maitland. I think that's Maitland Niles. But I'll just confirm that in a second. Yes, it is. It's Maitland Niles who gets the yellow card for that challenge on Traore there. His second yellow card of the season. Let's see what Wolves can do with it here. As Aitnuri stands over the ball. Whips it again a little bit higher this time. Nearly finds Silva, but finds Otasoe on the edge of the box. Still with Otasoe now looking for his support. He's got Semedo on the left-hand side. Finds Semedo, who plays it into Neves, who whips it in. Not his best whip in. But never mind. Picked up by Vitina and back to Cody. Cody knocks it forward to Silva. Vitina to Traore. Traore now on the left-hand side, coming again with a bit more counter-attacking. What could Traore do with it here? Still with Adama Traore. Traore tries the shot, and Sam Johnson leaves it to go out for a free kick to goal kick. Apologies to West Brom. So we approach 70 minutes played. So we've got 20 minutes left at stoppage time. Nice little whip in. Silva just stops himself there. I think he still should have tried to go for that. But never mind. Goal kick's taken. Headed away by Dendonka looking for Silva. Didn't quite find him. But picked up by Semedo to Otasoe. Still with Otasoe. Otasoe surrounded. Otasoe with a bit of silky skills. Otasoe goes down. Mike Dean says play on. He's happy with that. Carries it on. Wolves players absolutely surrounded and picked up by Neves. Neves plays it to Vitina, who goes down. It's another free kick. I think that was against Gallagher there as he took Vitina down. Sam Allardyce's assistant coach doing it. Looks like Podence is coming on. Good old Danny Podence. I think either Silva or Otasoe is going to be coming off. We'll find out in just a second. As Otasoe took some fluids there. And it is correct. Otasoe comes off after playing 70 minutes and Daniel Podence comes on. So hopefully we can get a little bit more of attacking football down the left-hand side. But fair play to Otasoe. He has played a good game today. So it's not been. I've not got anything too bad to say against him, to be honest. Obviously, he could have done a little bit better, but he had his shot in the first half, which was a super effort. Obviously, his time has now come, and he's been taken off and replaced with Daniel Podence. The ball's now back with Patricio. So it's gone over the 71 minutes played now, with Saiss on the left-hand side now. Still with Saiss. Saiss whips it forward, looking for Podence and finds Podence. Looking for Vatina. Now picked back up by Daniel Podence. What can Podence do with it here? Still with Podence down the left-hand side. Still with Podence. As he keeps it looking for his options. Back to Vinata now. He's got Neves in the middle. Finds Neves. He's got Semedo just in front of him. Ball goes to Traore instead, who has swapped places with Podence. Still with Traore now on the left-hand side. Back to Neves. Neves to Podence. Podence still with the ball. Gets slightly dispossessed there. Oh, Neves. That was not a nice foul there. Neves stopping Gallagher in his tracks and just dropping him to the floor. But no card given there. Action areas in the last 10 minutes. That's a lot better. 30% in Albion's half, 63 in the middle, 7 in Wolves' half. We're looking at getting that push in and getting more goals, which is what I really hope we do. Just got over 15 minutes left to play, plus stoppage time here on Football Commentary Live. Reporting to you live from my Wolverhampton studio in the Black Country. Reporting to you on the Black Country derby between West Bromwich Albion and Wolverhampton Wanderers. West Brom on another attack here, but Saiss closes it down, knocks it out for a corner, but I think that's gone down as a free kick. Patricio takes it quickly. He's approached 73 minutes played now. Looking for Silva, a little bit too high. So Albion knocks it forward. Tried to find Saiss, doesn't quite find him. Goes into the hands of Rui Patricio. I think Piero was there trying to run that down. Throws it out quickly to Connor Cody on the right-hand side. Plays it forward to find Traore. Still, Traore flicks it forward to Silva. Silva getting held back here, but ref's still playing the same play on. Still ball with Vatina now. What can Vatina do with it? He's just looking for a few of his options. Plays it up to Ryan Aitnuri on the left-hand side, who's got Podence on the inside. There's Podence now. Podence plays it forward to Ryan Aitnuri, and just a little bit too much bananas on there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it. West Bromwich Albion thought they were playing on there. Moideen has just reminded them that it did go out for a goal kick. It looks like, from what they were just showing from the linesman, he flagged offside for Aitnuri there, so not 100% sure what's going on there. Nuno obviously standing on the touchline as he always does. Doesn't phase him the rain. It really doesn't, because he's got no hair. But Sam Allardyce choosing to remain in his seat, in his sand, getting his right-hand man to stand on the touchline. Goal kick taken, headed back by Neves. Cleared by the West Bromwich Albion defender there with Saiss now. Saiss plays it forward to Neves. Then Donker now. Donker to Neves. Neves flicks it forward, I think, looking for Adama Traore there. Adama Traore flicks it forward, finds Nelson Semedo in acres of space on the right-hand side. What can Semedo do with it here? Semedo brings it into Adama Traore. Adama Traore gets pushed off the ball, falls to the ground. That's a foul against Traore. So the West Brom free kick. Rain coming down heavily now in West Brom. I've just had a quick look out my window. It's now, the rain has moved on. It's lovely and sunny here at the studio in Wolverhampton, but it looks like it's still absolutely raining cats and dogs at the Hawthorns. Looks like they're getting ready to make another change at the West Brom. Obviously, Matt Phillips coming on after only half an hour in the first half. Headed away. Vatina looking for Podence there, but ball wasn't quite quick enough, so it's picked up by Gallagher. Still with Gallagher now. Now to Furlong. Furlong getting closed by Ryan Nuri and Podence. Still with Furlong now. Still Furlong. Whips it across. Good header away there. Picked up. Nice shot in. And into the hands safely of Rui Patricio. 15 minutes left plus stoppage time. Rain absolutely coming down hard at the Hawthorns. Ball with Saiss now. Saiss plays it forward to Podence, doesn't quite find it, but the ball now with Degane, but safely into the hands of Patricio there. And Connor Cody did well there to sandwich himself in the middle. So look at this run from Cody. Sandwiches himself in the middle and he goes straight into the hands of Patricio. Patricio picking up a knock there. But here comes Traore down on the right-hand side. Still with Adama Traore now. Adama Traore whips it in. Still doesn't find anyone. Headed away. Still quite dangerous here. Almost picked up by Neves. Still picked up by Neves. Ruben Neves still with the ball. Ruben Neves off the shoulder. Oh, comes off the face of Ruben Neves there as it's kicked away. Obviously, that's not a penalty. But obviously, he's taken the ball to the face. That does hurt. So he's gone down to give himself a second to get back up. And West Brom are going to make their change here with the time they've got. Sam Allardyce just giving some wise words there. I think that's Callum Robinson that's going to be coming on. Neves gets up. Yes, it is. Callum Robinson's coming off. And it looks like I didn't see who was coming off there. I'll see that in a second. Mainly Maitland-Niles is coming off for Callum Robinson. So that's Mainsley Maitland-Niles coming off. Callum Robinson coming on. It is definitely, the rain is definitely hitting hard now at West Brom, as I can see from my monitor. But on the other hand, it's lovely and sunny here in Wolverhampton, which must mean there's a goal on the way. Anyways, ball's out for a Wolves throw-in. 77 minutes play, coming up to 10 minutes left. That rain is really coming down hard. The sky is black. My team's struggling to see there. But the ball with Traore now. Foul against Traore there. So we've got 12 minutes left plus stoppage time. Looking for this foul. Ooh, Traore taking a hand to the face there. And then gets taken out. What can Vitina do with it here? Who can he whip it into? It's going to be Wolves players struggling to see the ball. It looks like a movie scene with how much rain is pouring down at the Hawthorns. As it's whipped in, doesn't find anyone, and it's headed away. It's definitely monsoon-like conditions at the Hawthorns. Ball picked up by Connor Cody. Cody whipped it forward to Neves. Neves plays it forward, looking for Silva. Still with Silva now, but headed away by Sam Johnson as Silva goes down. The ball still with Venata now, with Daniel Podence. Daniel Podence tries the shot on goal, doesn't quite work, but Podence still picks up the ball. Podence just looking for his options now, not being closed in. The ball through to Venato, who's almost tackled in the box. Still with Tina. What can happen here? Oh, he looked for Silva, but Silva didn't get to it in time. Fender was running with him, it was such a shame. Ball headed away by Cody, picked up by Semedo, played forward to Traore. Wolves definitely on a massive counter-attack here. It's over 79 minutes played now. Coming up to 10 minutes left plus stoppage time. Still the ball with Adama Traore. Adama Traore gets fouled. The ref said the foul has gone against Traore. It's out for a West Bromwich Albion free kick. Just look how much water is coming down on those players. Their shirts are so saturated, they're stuck to them. The fantastic effort from Vitina. Silva wasn't there in time just to get it. It looks like Morgan Gibbs-White is coming up as Vitina comes off. Morgan Gibbs-White comes on. Right for something in the midfield. Still a long way to go here. Well, I say a long way to go. Still 10 minutes to go. Anyone's game at the minute. Still West Brom 1, Wolves 1. Can Wolves who's going to get the winning goal? Can Wolves make the Black Country gold and black, or will West Brom keep it in the blue and white stripes? If West Brom win today, could this keep their hopes of staying in the top flight alive? You'll find out. Can Wolves win and put a further dent into them going down, which could possibly relegate them next weekend? Looks like we've got an injury at the moment to Ryan Nuri, who's having a little bit of a limp. But he's going to keep on going, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nuno substitutes him in the next few minutes. Goal kick taken. Pitch getting absolutely saturated now as the ball's kicked away by Saiss. Kick back into play. Ball now with Gallagher. Still with Gallagher. Gallagher whips it forward, but headed away by Sorry, Dekuchtu goes down. Another free kick to West Brom in quite a dangerous area as well. Definitely going to be interesting. It's hailing as well. I've just looked at the close-up of the grass. It's definitely hailing at the Hawthorns. So they are getting the brunt of this afterwards. Definitely all going to need warm showers after this game, I'm telling you. And Ryan Aitnuri is coming off, as we said, and Max Kilman is coming on. Big Max, who came to us from a futsal team, no less. And you can see how well he has done for us. Started in the Wolves futsal team and then has played that well that he ended up with a professional contract with the first team. And he's done very, very well for us, I must say. Are West Brom going to get a late goal here? Can the Wolves line defend this? There's 3 West Brom players standing over that ball. Definitely going to have to wait and see. Rui Patricio trying to keep his eyes open. Obviously, that rain coming down hard that you can't see anything. Got Gallagher and Furlong standing over the ball, as well as I think that was Furlong as well. As the ball's whipped in. Quick play for Friera, headed away. Oh, and it hits the side netting. Goes out for a Wolves goal kick. 7 minutes left plus stoppage time at the Hawthorns. Still West Brom 1, Wolves 1. West Brom trying a cheeky little move there that didn't pay off as it hit the side netting. Absolutely wasted free kick there. They had a chance to take the lead and possibly win this thing, but never mind. Patricio takes the goal kick, flicked away by Saiss looking for Traore. Ball goes out for a Wolves throw-in. Some of the sides around the Hawthorns getting absolutely full of water. Sam Allardyce still dry as a bone because he stayed in the stands. Ball with Fabio Silva now. But dispossessed there, knocked forward, but knocked away by Connor Cody. Goes out for a West Brom throw-in. West Brom looking for a last-minute counter-attack here. Townsend with the throw-in, throws it forward. Headed away by Semedo, picked up by Podence, still with Podence now. But Wolves dispossessed and shot in there from Gallagher. It goes horribly wide and all the way over the bar. Still 1-1, coming up to 6 minutes left now. Well, it's now 6 minutes left plus stoppage time. Will we see another goal in this derby? I think Russ might have to take, if we score in the last minute, I think I might end up not being able to commentate for the last few seconds because I'll be celebrating too hard. But I'll try and keep my emotions in check as best I can. But that may not happen as Patricio takes the goal kick. 84.5 minutes played, headed away by Kilman. Kilman pushed off the ball. Neves headed back. Ball seems to be playing ping pong at the minute. Ball picked up by Neves, knocked forward for Adama Traore. Adama Traore still running forward. Nicely picked up there by Sam Johnston. 5 minutes left plus stoppage time at the Hawthorns. Wolves obviously getting the early goal just before the end of the first half, but then Albion responded by getting the goal 61 minutes and 15 seconds into this game as we started the second half. Ball out for a Wolves goal kick. Over 5. Just gone over the 5 minute left to play now. Hale's coming down quite hard now. I think if this game was happening a bit later, I think the ref probably would have postponed this for a waterlogged pitch. But pitch looking good at the minute. Looking for Silva. Podence looking for Silva there. Didn't quite find him. Ball now found Connor Cody. You can see how much water is on that pitch because the ball just stops dead on the floor. It's up Nuri, knocked forward for Silva. Oh, nearly find Traore there, but didn't. Still with Morgan Gibbs-White, but Morgan Gibbs-White gets dispossessed there. Oh, Morgan Gibbs White goes in for the foul, but still, ref says play on. Ball with Neves now. Podence here on the left-hand side. What could Podence do with here? But I think it's going to run out, and it does go out for a West Brom goal kick. The water wreaking havoc with Wolves' chances of getting a goal. We've got 4 minutes left plus injury time here at the Hawthorns still. West Bromwich Albion 1, Wolves 0. It was a good tackle there by Morgan Gibbs White. Just a little bit too much on the money for Podence there. It's dispossessed, picked up by Neves. Still with Neves. Patricio bends it forward. I think that possibly will go out, but no, it curls back in. Looking for Morgan Gibbs White. Still, Morgan Gibbs White gets taken out horribly, but ref says, Mike Dean says play on. Still with Podence, but Mike Dean pulls that back for the foul as Wolves still had the play on advantage. Ball back with Neves. Yellow card there. Ooh, that was a nasty little challenge there on Gibbs White. Well done to Mike Dean for saying play on. But West Brom picked it up while the advantage was still being played. So referee Mike Dean pulled it back. 87 minutes played now. Can Wolves get a last-minute goal here? Gibbs White standing over the ball. Daniel Furlong booked his 5th of the season. Whipped him, but headed away. Looking for Kilman. Finds Silva. Then Donker just slips up there and doesn't make the run for it. Sam Johnson picks it up. I think West Brom now are going to be playing for the draw. They'll want the draw from this game to win the point. I think they'd rather have the point than lose. Sam Johnson wasting time a little bit here. Needs to get the ball going for Mike Dean. Yellow cards in. There we go. Ball is taken. Headed down by Saiz. Looking for Podence, but picked up by Callum Robinson. Plays it forward, finding Furlong. Apologies. Furlong's still in the box now. But Kilman getting around him, but falls down, but dispossesses him. Podence now. Podence plays it forward for Morgan Gibbs White. What's Morgan Gibbs White going to do with it here? Still with Gibbs White. Taken down. Still with Gibbs White. Now with Dendoncker. Dendoncker plays it forward. The ball is really not going the way you want it to go when there's puddles all over the pitch. It's definitely a weird one. I've just been asked who my man of the match is. I am stuck between Sam Johnson, Rui Patricio, and obviously Fabio Silva for the goal. I might have to leave it a couple of minutes and make my mind up at the end of the game, because if Sam Johnson pulls off another save, it probably will be him. So we'll definitely find out. I will definitely let you know by the end of this game. It's picked up by Kilman now. What can Kilman do with it here? Can Wolves get last tackle? There's no minute left. Coming up to a minute left now. As the ball goes through Mike Dean's legs. It's taken down, and Mike Dean blows for the foul there on Gibbs White. Minute left to go, plus injury time here. You can see how saturated the ground is. It's going to be an interesting end to this game. I think this is going to end the draw, but if we get a last goal in the last minute, it's going to be perfect. 40 seconds left plus injury time. Gibbs White standing over the ball. Mike Dean saying, let's go. Whipped in by Gibbs White. Kilman's shirt getting a bit pulled there. Back with West Bromwich Albion now. Semedo trying to make one last push attempt. 20 seconds left plus injury time in this game. Neves now. Can Neves do it here? Traore, still with Traore. Traore takes a slip up but gets dispossessed. Neves looking to dispossess Bartley there, but doesn't quite get it. Now with Furlong. Ball knocked away by Kilman, and it goes out. But plays in. Still with Gibbs White now. Wolves coming on the attack. Neves, 3 minutes added on. Can someone get a goal in these 3 minutes? Fabio Silva now on the left-hand side. What can he do with it? Now with Dendoncker, Saiz now. Can Saiz do with it? Saiz bringing it forward. Neves. 20 seconds into the 3 minutes added on. Semedo now. Ball still with Semedo. Neves. Semedo. Traore. Traore still with the ball now. Traore brings it into the middle. Semedo now with the ball. Comes back to Ruben Neves. Someone going to be in the middle. Ruben Neves whips it in. Looking for Silva. Silva goes down in the box. Ref says play on. Ball still with Morgan Gibbs White alive now with Podence. Still with Daniel Podence. What can he do with it here? Podence whips it in, looking for the head of Traore, and into the hands of Sam Johnson there. 2 minutes left. Approaching 2 minutes left of the stoppage time. We have now completed a minute of the 3. 2 minutes left. It's looking more and more like the man of the match is going to be Sam Johnson or Fabio Silva. Still not deciding yet, but ball now with Dendoncker. Plays it forward to Podence. Now Traore on the right-hand side, looking for his space. Oh, should have gone for Traore there, Podence. Ball now with Gallagher, with Townsend. Nice foul there by Neves. I think that is a West Bromwich Albion free kick. 1.5 minutes left of this game now. Is someone going to get the last minute winner, or is this going to be a derby draw, which no fans wanted to be a derby draw? We'll certainly have to wait and find out. They're going to make a last minute attempt here. West Brom, the ball's whipped in. Headed away by Connor Cody. Kilman is there to pick it up. Kilman knocks it forward. Gibbs White making the run. We've got 55 seconds left. What's going to happen here? Sam Johnson with the ball, looking to knock it forward. Silva going in for a look. Sam Johnson knocks it forward. Head away by Saiz, looking for Gibbs White. Finds Neves instead. Now with Gibbs White. Gibbs White gets taken down. Free kick Wolves. Wolves trying to take it quickly. Fabio Silva would have been in there for a great attempt. But Mike Dean says he wasn't happy and he wasn't ready. Connor Cody going over for some words there because he's not impressed. Because Mike Dean could have denied us the winner there. And I think he probably has denied us the winner. I think he has definitely denied us the winner there. We've got 10 seconds left. This is the last attack now. Can we get a last second goal? It's highly unlikely, but we will see. Connor Cody flips it forward. Ball picked up by Traore. What can Traore do with it here? Traore gets taken down. Free kick to Wolves on the edge, just outside the penalty area. I think everyone's going to be coming forward now for this. We're now 15 seconds over injury time. Let's see what happens here. Semedo is over the ball to whip this free kick in. Everybody is forward, I think, except for Cody and... except for Cody, I think. They're all forward. We're now coming to a minute over the injury time. Semedo standing over the ball. Wolves going to get one last ditch attempt. Semedo whips in, looking for Fabio Silva. And it's headed away. And I think that's going to be the end of the game. Is Mike Dean going to blow the full-time whistle? Or is he going to carry on playing on for a bit extra? It's going to carry on playing. Looks like it went out for a goal. Oh, it's gone out for a corner kick to Wolves. So we're going to have one last ditched attempt for Wolves here. Let's see what's going to happen here. What is Gibbs White going to do here with the corner? Gibbs White whips the corner in. Headed away. Mike Dean puts the whistles to his lips. And that is it. It is finished at the Hawthorns. A disappointing result. The Baggies' hopes of survival are still alive with that draw. It's an extra point to go towards their survival. Fantastic early start from Wolves. Fabio Silva getting the goal in the 42nd minute of, the second minute of injury time in the first half. And then Digane getting that goal in the 61st minute of the game. It's a disappointing end at the Hawthorns. Bragging rights remain with West Bromwich Albion as they won the reverse fixture earlier on in the season. The Black Country is still blue and white, although we nearly had it turning back to gold and black. It's a shame there, but a draw's a draw. I'll be happy. I'm happy with the draw, but I'm also unhappy with the draw as well. We had so many chances. Mike Dean, I think, cost us the win there when he didn't let us play on. My man of the match is going to have to be Sam Johnson for today. It was he's pulled off some of the best saves of the game to keep West Brom in the game. We could have been at least 4 to 5 goals up, 4 to 5 goals up today. So my man of the match is definitely Sam Johnson, but an honourable mention to Fabio Silva, who has played his heart out today and played very, very well. But it's finished here at the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1.
Thank you very much, Kieran, and thank you for fantastic commentary. Now, if you just want to stay with us, we're back live in 5 minutes when we head over to our second live match of the day, as we look ahead to Burnley versus West Ham United, with me in the com box and Matt Tiles in the presenter's chair. We'll see you in a few minutes. Congratulations to West Brom and Wolves, 1-0 draw. Congratulations to Sam Johnston for his man of the match performance, sponsored by Commentary Services. Full time. West Bromwich Albion 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. See you again soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.